The Lord said that the tradition of men dressing as women goes back to the Windsors and even beyond them. God is directly pointing to the royal family in England. They are the Windsors. The Windsors. Everybody knows that Prince Charles and Prince Harry and Princess Diana, who is passed on, and Fergie and all the rest of them are what is known as the House of Windsor. And of course, Queen Elizabeth is no longer here with us, but that's the House of Windsor. That is among nations that still have monarchies, okay? This is a monarchy, as in they have a visible monarchy, even if they also have a government, and most of them also have a prime minister. But places like Monaco and places like, I think in Denmark, like that, they will still have their queen. The monarchy hasn't gone away. The most famous of it is the House of Windsor. And I want to let you know that the trannies came from England. The home of the transitory transistor radios is the United Kingdom, and them in Europe. They have been doing it before America was a colony. They are the kings and queens, pun intended, of the trance, which means that they are participants in it, which means that you can look at the House of Windsor. I've said this in a previous prophecy, and you will see the men sitting there. You will see the hard-faced men. And the reason they're becoming hard-faced is because they're older now. God is speaking of a tradition where I've said that the young men in a family, when the baby is born, depending on the kind of strategic marriages that they want to get involved in, if they know that the King of Spain is becoming particularly powerful, when a little boy enters the family, they will start transing him from the get-go. They will not admit that a prince has been born into the family. They will say the wonderful little princess is here. Let me tell you something. If a thin and willowy boy is the only child of the king and queen, and from the time he was born, they were dressing him androgynously because they were trying to see where the rights of succession were going to blow, and then no real girl came to be married off. It was that boy that they would start binding him. They would be binding fake bosoms on him. I have the evidence from the ancient days. Smoothly slipping their boys into dresses and then shipping them off to Verona and other places to have strategic marriages with the gay sons of other kings, building alliances on nothing but homosexuality and transsexualism. So of course it was going to come here on the boat. Of course it was going to come over on the boat. These are ancient practices. Spanish people do it. Italians do it. The British do it. The French, the Germans. In those days, with the kind of medical care that they had, the doctor had to be taken into the confidence. You could not just be rude to a medieval doctor, especially because he knew all the secrets of the crown. I've told you that the doctor knew, the butlers and the ladies in waiting and the ladies' maids know. There is no way that a woman is bringing up 6 buckets of steaming hot water to put it in a tub and then is told, bathe the princess. And this woman has birthed her own children and she knows a man's back when she sees one. That's why you see in these little shows that they do, they will always say to the ladies' maids, keep your tongue, hold your tongue before you lose it. Because if that tongue ever gets drunk at home and begins to say, I know the secret the queen is hiding, then you're going to end up on the gallows for saying that the queen is a man, for saying that the princess is a man. So this is a time-honored tradition, and God keeps stipulating